experience with the 70-20-10 Institute for every type of interaction so far has been very efficient and very effective. I found their methodology to be very relevant and very fresh to what's happening in the workplace today. And most of their content is actionable. So whether I'm spending time reading the book, attending a webinar or a course, I found that at the end of that, there's something that I can actually go and do. So for that, I believe it's very efficient. And of course, I find the team at the Institute to be very knowledgeable, professional, very open, and always willing to provide me insights, meet and talk, and to help me be a better leader for our program. The biggest challenge that we had with the organization was in the mindset change. I didn't want to create yet another traditional learning and development team within our organization because we have plenty of those. I wanted to do something different and focus more on performance support. So one of the big challenges was moving people away from this individual personal development needs to more of improving people's or individuals' performance. It's given us a very clear direction and a vision for how we can add value to the organization. And the way that I present that often is using the 4 business learning models. So I explain to the leadership team why it's important to invest in learning and development and how we can move the learning and development team from even a performance provider to a value creator. But most people get it because it's just, once you start talking about it, you immediately see people's heads nodding up and down in the group because they do understand from their own personal learning experience that they don't like to sit in classrooms. They don't like to get the structured learning. They prefer to learn on their own or when they really need it the most, which is at that moment of apply. So it's not a hard sell, but you do need to go with some examples for sure. Yep, so we've applied it. First, we used the business learning models and the roadmap to create my business case at the beginning and to create a 3-year roadmap. It was high-level roadmap, and this helped me get approvals for funding and the resources that I needed. So that was the first thing. Then we used the book as a guideline. So it's basically our Bible. I used it to hire people and develop the roles and responsibilities of the team. So I created job success profiles and everything from that. Then the 70-20-10 toolkit gave us a product catalog. So we call it the same. We call it as our 70-20-10 toolkit. And from there, we selected which types of products we wanted to create and put that into a catalog. And we have that now readily available for anyone who wants to use our program. So we've even attended one of the training courses for the introductory program, which I had my whole team attend. And that was great because it allowed us to put certain things into action that we weren't already doing. And I see it as proven methods to be used as an accelerator for change. So it really helped us get ramped up. And I didn't have to think or worry about or focus on what our methodology was going to be or what our strategy was going to be. It was really just, this looks great, it fits what we need to do, and then just figure out how to make it happen. And I think that probably saved us months worth of work. I don't know, I think I would definitely read the book, right? From cover to cover, have everyone in the team read the book and understand where you're coming from. What I found what was important for me at Nestle was that the leadership team in my organization was already familiar with the Institute. They had done something in the past. So, it was good because there was already a certain level of credibility there. And you really need that. You need credibility because it's important for a department, especially one that's not going to be adhering to your traditional learning and development mindset, to have that. Our program is more about, improving people's job performance, systems training, improving digital dexterity. So it requires a new mindset to drive different behaviors. And what I think is really nice about the Institute methodology is that it helps create different learning experiences, right? And different performance support experiences. And by having these different experiences, then people's mindset begin to change. And then their behaviors begin to change.